Hey,
Yes. Is Ismail joining as well?
look, I haven't heard back from Ishmael.
Okay.
So if he joins, he joins. If he doesn't, it doesn't matter since we'll have the recording anyway. And if
Okay.
we do have any questions from his side, we can just email you regardless.
Okay, perfect. So I've just notified my dev manager about this. So Alan, I think you've used the dashboard for a very long time now. So you're pretty much familiar with how the dashboard works, how a request creation works, how a brand creation works. All of those things are pretty much familiar to you. What we're going to cover in this conversation is basically an understanding of how different the reseller dashboard is from the original dashboard, what all new things are to be covered here, and then we will give you the credentials of the primary level of access, that is your and your team's access, and then we'll give you the client access, the clients that you will be onboarding their access as well, so you can see how how those dashboards communicate, and then you can make a decision in terms of, is
Okay,
everything all right as to your requirements, or is there anything that needs to change. So I'm going to introduce you to Manish is the dev manager who handles all of the development of the dashboards and everything. He's the one who's him and his team has created the reseller dashboard as well. So if you have any questions about the technicalities of the dashboard, if you want something changed, I think Manish is your guy. So I'm gonna hand over the
perfect.
button to him, let him take over and walk us through this conversation. If you have at any point in time you have any questions, you can just stop us there, ask the questions, we get it resolved, and then we go ahead. Okay?
Hello, Shivan. I think you've just cut out.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, got you loud clear.
Okay. So I'll let Manish take over. Let him do the conversation. If you have any questions, you can just ask this. We'll resolve those and then go ahead. Okay?
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Thank you so
Hi,
much.
Alan.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Manish.
Likewise, let's get started. So, this is the dashboard setup that we have prepared for you. I will quickly log in into the system. Just 1 minute.
Beautiful.
Okay. So, of course, after the call, I'll hand this over. So, this is the same Gmail account that you created. So, we are just using this
Yep.
for now for testing so that it all go into the same account. The password is ABCD1234, and I will log in. Now, once I am in, this is how the dashboard looks. We have all the options which you are pretty familiar with,
Yes.
and we have dev request option also. Right now, it will just point you to your website, but you can give us any link that you'd want it
Okay.
to be pointed to. So when the people will click it, they will go to the designated list. Now, other thing that we have done is the tooltips. For example, this is one of your active requests that I added into this test account. So if I hover my mouse, it will tell me the full name,
Perfect.
first primary. And let's go to the design request section. So the same thing has been implemented here. It has some testing data that we added for the purpose of this demo. So let's say this one has a really long name. I hover my mouse and it will again give me first primary request and on completed, production in progress request 12. So the hover effect has been added here. So
Great.
let me
Great.
go over here. Which we added before it, so I can click anywhere. This is you are pretty familiar with, so I will just add a marker over here.
Oh, great. That's awesome.
Yeah. So and rest of the stuff is same. Say okay. Check my feedback. I can send it, and then the design team will take a look at that.
Great.
Now moving forward, we can go to the secondary clients. Now this is where you can add your other people, the people who will be the end users of the system.
Okay.
You can fill in their name, email, and the plan that you want them to be onboarded onto.
Okay.
I'm going to stick the addition part because it just sends them an email like this. I'll quickly show you the sample email also. So this is how the person you will be adding from here. They will get an email with the link and they can click on it and then they can set their username and password. So then they will
Fantastic.
start using the system directly. And
Great.
we have the team section, which is already there. You can add people to your team assign them to a brand, and then they can log in using their own login username and password, and then they can action the system on your behalf if you wanted them to.
Okay.
Yeah. Billing history is unique to you. It will just show you the list of charges. Here, it won't show anything because it's just a test account. But here you can go through your historical invoices. Now, this will be specific to you only because the relationship is between Design Shipu and Talk Digital. How
Yes.
your secondary client sits outside of the system. So that is totally independent with you.
Yes.
We
Yes.
won't get involved in that at all. And again, you're familiar with brands
Mhm.
also. So brand also has the tooltip, a very long brand name. So if you have a really, really long name, you can just hover on top of it and you'll
Okay.
see the full name as part of the
Great.
tooltip.
I think
And here you can manage your own subscription if you want. Yeah.
one addition out of the current dashboard that you have and the new dashboard in the design requests and brands is it gives you the information of who created it in terms of requests as well. Manish, if you would like to show that as well.
Yeah.
Bifurcates between your client requests and your
Sure.
requests. So you know exactly who created those requests. If you have
Oh,
multiple,
you're right.
yeah,
Yep.
right below the user
Yeah.
name, yeah, right below
Yes.
there is a line called user and it shows you if it's you or your team member, it says primary account. If it's a client, then it gives the client's name, whatever they've added.
I see. I see. Okay. Yeah. So okay, that streamlines it well.
Yes. So you can see, and also you can filter based on that by brands or the requests that have been created by you or by a
Okay.
secondary client. So of course, right now there is no request by the secondary client. We can add one if we wanted to, but when you will click on secondary, apply the filter, then you can filter the request also. So it will only show you the data that you're interested in
Okay.
seeing.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah. Rest of the stuff is pretty much standard. The way you've been using it. Support, you can create a support request. Like here, you can add a new ticket, see your existing tickets, add a response, and you can also.
And sorry, quickly with the support tickets, let's say one of our end users now submits a support ticket. Does that go straight to you, or does it come to us and we have to then pass it on to you?
It goes to
No, it will come
Okay,
straight to us, but
fantastic.
you will also be copied on that email.
Yeah.
Great.
Yes. Yes, that's right. That's right. So basically, we'll be on you because technically we are managing the platform. So
Yes.
if it is to do something with a specific request, they need some creative assistance, then of course, if you think your input is needed, we'll just give you a call maybe. But otherwise, we'll reply to them directly on your behalf, so they don't know that Design Shipu is behind the scene. Everything will be in Talk Digital's branding, and the email address will also be of Talk Digital.
Fantastic. Okay, great.
Sevin, do you want to bring up anything else? Because I think we've covered
I
the
just want to make one
functionality
point
at a higher
about
level.
Yeah, I just want to make one point about the support ticket. So what usually happens is there are multiple categories, Alan. So there is technical, there is billing, there is account, there is designs. So if there is anything that is related to designs,
Yes.
then we usually go ahead and respond to those support tickets and let them know what is our course of action. If there is anything related to technical, like there is an issue with the dashboard or if they're facing any difficulty getting in or something like that, to those requests as well, we respond and we just fix those issues and get them resolved for them. If there's anything related to billing or account, and
Yes.
if it is something that is to do with how their account is working, if they want to change something to their billing, if they want to change something to their account, we usually write to you guys and then let you handle the responses to those. And you can do that within your logins as well. You can go ahead and respond to support tickets as yourself. So it seems like it's a communication between you and the customer and not the team that is handling their dashboard. So it usually works very seamlessly, and we
Okay,
work
so
on
that's
that.
so that makes total sense. I was actually going to ask about that, so that's very good. In relation to how those tickets are delivered to us, will this just be an email notification?
Yes, it's an email
Or do we have to
notification.
go and actually check up on that?
No. It's an email notification. All the emails that you've sent us to add to support tickets, we've added them, and it will automatically deliver to the emails that have been registered on this particular notification list,
Okay.
and it goes to everyone, and anybody can respond via the dashboard. I would mention this that only one email address from your team gets the emails, so that everybody checks there. And if there is a communication that needs to happen before responding, because we don't want really that two people are responding at the same time. So you might want to keep it with one person who
Yes, of
responds
course.
to also for support tickets. Okay.
Easy. Okay.
Yeah.
Easy.
Manish, I think we should go on to the secondary customer, the end user dashboard, so that Alan has a view of that as well.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Okay. So let me create a new secondary user. I will try with the Yopmail disposable email. If it doesn't work, then I'll use one of my email for the invitation. I'll just open up a new private window because I'm already logged into this
All
one.
good?
Do you see the other window?
No.
Okay, let me share my entire screen. I hope you see it now.
Yep, got it.
So this is the one where we send the invite. So this is how the invite looks like. I can click here. This will fill my name and my email address. I can fill my password, login at 123, login at 123, and I can activate the account. Let me change this. I'm sorry about this. I just using your actual slide. Give me a minute. I'll quickly correct this.
No worries at all. No worries at all.
Yeah. Okay, I'm back. Let me share my screen again.
Perfect.
So what I will do is I will send another invite because I've already approved the one that we just sent. So let me create a new user. So invitation sent. So it takes a while sometimes for the email to arrive. Let me resend. Okay, now I will click here. I will just set my password as login at 123. Login at 123. Let me copy the email so that I can log in after this. and the user has been activated. Now it's very seamless for the secondary user. You just send them an invitation and they get the invite and they click on it and they can activate their account. Now I will log in as a secondary user.
Manish, you should also explain if how this will work automatically if we do it through Stripe or something like that. Okay. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So we also support APIs, Alan, so we can integrate with your Stripe account. So let's say if you want to sell the subscription directly via your website or via any other store. So people
Okay.
will make payment on your website. And when they make a payment to you, they will get the email like this, and they can then click on it, and the rest of the flow will be same. Now,
Okay,
that
great.
if you want to pause a user, you don't have to necessarily do it within the Talk Digital dashboard that we are reviewing on this call. You can go to your Stripe, just cancel the subscription or upgrade, downgrade. So all the actions will be automatically mimicked in our system also. So we
Okay,
do have a
great.
very deep level of integration with the Stripe platform. So let me know. I think we should also talk about setting the Stripe APIs
Yes.
for Talk Digital.
Yes.
Maybe as and when that comes up, we
Yeah.
can do that.
Whenever Alan and Thomas are available, probably once they have reviewed the system, then whatever course of action they want to take in terms of how they want to set up on their website. I think their website is still in progress. It's not been created yet. So whatever their progress is, once they are sure of how they want to go ahead, what we will do is we will get on a call, get access to their Stripe account, like a developer access or something like that, and then set up the APIs ourselves. Will that work, Alan?
All right.
I think that's perfect. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it's really good now just to see the system. And then, of course, once Thomas is back, we'll use it properly, and I'm sure we'll have a bunch of questions. But at that
Yeah.
point, we can then start to look into those other steps.
Yes. Exactly.
Awesome.
So whenever
I'm logged in as a secondary customer. I'm creating a request. Go ahead, Sven.
No. I'm just saying that whenever they've reviewed the system, once they're ready to
Hello?
deploy this, we can do the Stripe API thing and then just make it live on the same call itself if needed.
Sure.
Perfect.
I'll just assign any random category here. So this is in queue. You can see this is a very, 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 very long name. And let me go back to the other.
Oh, and you can manage priority now, which is
Yes.
fantastic as well.
This is right now I'm logged in as a secondary customer. So yes, if I want, but now I only have one request, but you can sort them also if I wanted to. The other thing I want to
Great.
show you is, let me check. I'll just log in again as the primary customer. So here, if I go to the dash request section, it will show me, of course, on tooltip, I can see the name, and it will also tell me the person who created this request. So here it says secondary user. And of
Yes.
course, this was my own request. So here it says primary account.
Okay.
Yeah, let me create another one so that we can see it as a comparative request by primary user. So it will tell me both. And let me just search back.
Okay.
I can select the secondary 3 user. I will apply. So it will show me only the request by that user. So it's filtered by secondary client, and within secondary clients, it's filtered by the secondary user 3. And you can see the request by that particular person. Of course, when you have a lot of requests and a lot of secondary clients, it will be more intuitive at that point.
Yes, of course.
So when over to you, anything else you'd want to cover? Because rest of the features are pretty much standard the way they
Yeah,
exist in the
I think-
existing dashboard.
I think we've pretty much covered all the points that is unique to this dashboard and what the changes that we've made. Alan will give you the credentials in terms of the primary user as well as the secondary user. We'll give you multiple secondary users as well if needed. Then you can log in, check the dashboards,
Great.
check how the requests come up and all of those stuff. Everything else is like the same thing that you've been doing for the past few years now. So it's just about what's changed. So if you wanna
Yes.
go through those flows of things yourself with your team, whoever's gonna handle this, then that makes it easier for you to find things out and
Yes.
then ask questions if necessary. But I think everything else is pretty much covered. We've added the dev request thing for now, which Thomas and I discussed that it will be good to have feature
Yes.
the future. Then you can create a URL that is unique dashboard for your customers for development requests, and then you can host it and handle those on your end as well if needed. Yeah.
Yes.
For now, we've kept it. If you want to hide it for now, or if you want to put a coming soon page
Easy.
at the back of
Perfect.
it, we can do that, and then we can come back to it.
Great. I just have one quick question on, or not a question, but just something that I just quickly want to discuss with you guys. If I could just quickly share my screen. So first and foremost, great. The system, as far as I can tell, works beautifully, looks good. We'll have a look over that. Okay, just let me know when you guys can see my screen.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, so this is the current dashboard that we see, and this is a dashboard very similar to what the end user for new clients will be seeing.
Yes.
I was just thinking while we were talking about this, to have potentially even another category here that is a guide on how to use the system, where we can make videos, for example, could be hosted through YouTube or whatever, and upload it in there. So, for example, the reason why I think this is important, we know how to use your system quite well just because we've used it for a long time. A person that's new to the system might not know that there are, for example, screen recording tools that you can grab to make a video to tell the designer what you need. Walk the user how to take a request from start to finish, for example. Just to create very easy to follow guides for people in the event that they are stuck or they don't know how to use it, etc. We just want to make the experience as smooth as possible. So that's just something that I thought I'd mention to you guys. I think that might be quite powerful.
So what we can do is, while you have access to the system now and you're testing it out, you can create these videos from the secondary client's perspective, how their dashboard looks, how to create a request and all of those. So it's better if it is in your narration as well. So if you create those videos, I think Manish, we can just create one uh, menu item called help below support and or tutorials or whatever, one menu item, and then we can host probably like 5-6 styles for the videos and stuff like that. Would that be possible?